Reflecting on professional roles also leads us to the consideration of how we're contributing to the life of the school. And contribution to the school is important because it's an indicator of the vibrancy of the school and the quality of what's going on there. And this generates a number of important gains for the whole school, the school community. So reflecting on your contribution to the school, your contribution to the life of the school, can be realised in a number of ways. Of course, one way would be to engaging cross-curricular activities rather than simply teaching the subject that we're there to teach. We engage in a much wider forum in the school. It's also about participating on particular projects or activities with other colleagues and students, and therefore contributing to the individual significance, the presence of the school within the community. And school effectiveness becomes important for us here because we can view this from a number of outcomes. Outcomes in terms of how well students are attending classes, attending the school throughout the year, and also the individual students' attitudes towards teachers and the school and towards learning. This translates into things like student behaviour and then also individual student achievements in relation to being in the school. And this underpins school effectiveness and is a direct result of our contribution to the school. So the reflective practitioner needs to reflect on this particular role in terms of uncovering their presence and how their contribution makes the school more effective. And so what do you need to consider? You need to consider the contribution from 9 particular perspectives in terms of very high performing schools, high quality schools with high outcomes. And one contribution you can make here is having a very clear and shared focus for what the school is trying to achieve. Another characteristic of a high-performing school would be that it sets high standards and has high expectations of students' achievements. Another contribution that the reflective practitioner can make to the school is in terms of effective school leadership, how leadership is promoting and sustaining excellence within the school. This is an important area for reflection. And another characteristic for the reflective practitioner is to look at how much they are cooperating and collaborating with others within the school. And this cooperation and collaboration is focused on high levels of communication, effective communication. Another characteristic to look at in terms of a high-performing school for the reflective practitioner to focus on is the curriculum and the quality of the curriculum and the instruction and the assessment associated with the curriculum content and the curriculum objectives. These need all to be aligned together in terms of high-performing standards, and the reflective practitioner can look at these as a very significant characteristic of their role and their contribution to the life of the school. Another characteristic of high-performing schools is the quality of monitoring and learning, monitoring of learning and teaching, and the quality of that learning and teaching. This needs to be an ongoing process, and therefore reflection can look at the regularity and the quality of that monitoring. And of course, for the reflective practitioner, there's always a focus on professional development, and therefore in terms of contributing to the life of the school, the reflective practitioner is always having a focus on their professional development. In terms of reflecting on the school, another characteristic would be to look at whether the learning environment is actually conducive to learning, and how this impacts on the effectiveness, the quality of teaching and learning. And then, of course, there's the interaction and communication that the school has, the individuals within the school have with the community that they serve, with the families, with the parents. And this translates into a number of interconnected characteristics that we can consider from the reflective practitioner viewpoint. At the centre are the students that we're working with, and the characteristics which surround these actually lead to high-performing schools, high-performing teachers. They are characteristics around the goals that the school sets for learning and the processes that the teachers engage with in order to achieve those goals. And this all comes together in terms of the school environment and how it supports effectiveness and high-quality teaching and learning. So that we can see that engagement is key here in terms of professional development and the reflective practitioner's contribution to the life of the school.